Hello everyone, I am Tejasvi Krishna Tulhalkar from YCI Satara Department of Microbiology. So today's session is on Paper 11 Industrial Fermentation Unit 3 Industrial Production. So as we know, there are so many branches of microbiology like virology, immunology, medical microbiology and industrial microbiology. So industrial microbiology is a branch of applied microbiology in which microorganisms are used in industrial process. For example, in the production of high value products such as drugs, chemical, fuels and electricity. So why it is important? This is important because these products are great economic importance. All the processes which take place with the help of microorganisms are called as a fermentation processes. So next we will discuss about the definition of fermentation. So fermentation is a metabolic process in which an organism converts to the carbohydrate into alcohol or an acid. For example, yeast perform fermentation converting carbohydrate into lactic acid. Next, types and parts of fermenter. There are three types of fermenter: batch fermenter, continuous fermenter and dual or multiple fermenter. Batch fermenter. So batch fermenter is used for the batch fermentation and this process is allowed to continue and complete in a single batch. A fermenter of a suitable size with auxiliary equipment is selected for this fermentation process. Next, continuous fermenter. Continuous fermenter is used for the fermentation process. So this fermentation process gives more yield than the batch fermentation. But this fermentation process is carried out prolonged incubation period, so that's why there is a chances of contamination and mutation in the organism. Next, dual or multiple fermenter. So these fermentation are those fermentation in which more than one microorganisms is employed. This fermentation is carried out in a different ways. In one method, organisms are inoculated simultaneously into the growth medium. Firstly, whereas in second method, one organism is grown in medium firstly, followed by the inoculation and growth of the second organism. In the third method, two different microorganisms are inoculated separated. So this is the types of the fermenter, and next we will discuss about the parts of the fermenter and their different functions. So every fermenter will have different parts depending on the process whether it is aerobic or anaerobic. So we will discuss each part of the fermenter, the basic of its use in the control of the fermentation process. Next, control of temperature. Heat is produced during microbial activities and mechanical agitation. To provide or remove heat, fermenter is provided with a jacket or internal coils. So cold water is circulated through the jacket or internal coils to achieve the correct temperature in the fermentation process. Next, aeration and agitation. So main focus of the aeration and agitation is to provide oxygen. So there is a four parts of the aeration and agitation, structural components actually this is. So the first is the impeller or agitator, stirrer gland and bearing, baffles and sparger. So this is the impeller or agitator. It has two functions. First is to disperse air bubbles uniformly in the medium. Second, to maintain a uniform environment throughout the vessel content, because this uniform environment create in the vessels because there is too many chances of contamination and mutation in the organism. The size, number and their position of the impellers depends on the size of the fermenter. Next, stirrer gland and bearing. The impeller shaft assembly should be properly sealed to maintain aseptic condition in the fermenter. So there are four basic types of assemblies are used. First is a packed gland seal, simple bush seal, mechanical seal and magnetic seal. Next, baffles. 4 baffles are normally attached on the walls of fermenters. They are metal or glass strips. Next, sparger. It is a device to introduce air into the liquid medium. The air is introduced in the form of bubbles with the help of sparger. Next, sterilization of the fermenter medium and the air supply. The fermenter is designed for sterilization by under steam pressure. The medium may be sterilized either in the vessel or separately. Sterile air will be required in very large volume. Aseptic condition is maintained in that fermentation process because there is too many chances of contamination. So, the sterile air will be required in very large volumes in the many aerobic fermentation process. Next, addition of inoculum. The inoculum required for the fermentation is prepared separately in another tank. To prevent contamination, inoculum tank and fermenter are maintained under positive pressure. Next, addition of nutrients and other supplements. So if the fermentation process require addition of nutrients and other supplements, then these substances are stored separately in the different tanks in sterilized condition. Next, sampling. During the fermentation process, samples are withdrawn for different analytical tests under aseptic condition. A specially designed sampling part is fitted to a large fermenter. Foam control. So this foam is produced in the fermentation tank due to aeration and agitation. The foam can create serious problem in the fermentation process. It raises contamination and loss of the medium. So foam should be controlled to prevent the problems. Next, control of pH. The pH of the medium should be maintained a constant to optimum production of the product. Control of redox. The oxidation reduction potential of a medium influence the fermentation microorganisms during the production of product. Next, use of computer in fermenter. Since 1960, computers are used for modeling fermentation process. In that topic, there is 4 fermentation processes. So, first we'll see the alcohol fermentation. Alcohol fermentation was the first fermentation known to mankind. As you know, alcohol was used only for human consumption. After some days, the demand for alcohol as a universal solvent and chemical raw material. The annual production of alcohol in the United States has now reached 1 billion gallons. Also, small amount of industrial alcohol are mixed with motor fuels such as gasoline. Next, microorganisms. Microorganisms responsible for alcohol fermentation of molasses are used species of Saccharomyces cloacaria, Candida and certain species of mucor and bacteria. Candida pseudotropicalis is also used for the production of alcohol from the lactose. The sulfite waste liquor fermentation used Candida utilis because these organisms has ability to ferment pentose and ribose. Although Saccharomyces cerevisiae also can be utilized with the substrate. There are 2 types of Saccharomyces species. One is top fermenter and other. Top fermenter yeast is active at the top surface and bottom fermenter yeast is active at the bottom surface. The strain of yeast to be used for alcohol fermentation should possess the following features. It should produce a large quantity of alcohol. It should be fast growing strain. It should have a high tolerance to alcohol as well as to osmotic pressure. The reason for this is that the yeast should continue its activities. It should possess uniform and stable biochemical properties. Next, preparation of inoculum. A large amount of yeast culture is required in the industrial production of ethyl alcohol. The size of inoculum ranges from the 8 to 10% with an averages of 4% volume by volume. The medium used to the preparation of inoculum is the same as that of actual fermentation process. The optimum pH is 4.8 to 5, that is acidic. The optimum temperature is 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. So, some steps involved in the fermentation. 10 ml of sterile medium in a test tube is inoculated with pure yeast culture. The tube is incubated at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius for a suitable period. The tube culture is transferred to a flask containing 200 ml of sterile medium. The flask is incubated at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius until predetermined cell mass obtained. The flask culture is transferred to a suitable glass container containing about 4 liters of sterile medium and incubation for an appropriate length of time. Finally, the contents of glass container are equally transferred into a small tanks installed closely to a fermenter. Each small tanks contain 10 to 40 gallons on sterile medium. After incubation, the inoculum is ready for inoculating the fermenter. Next, raw materials. A variety of carbohydrate contains waste products of agricultural industries are used for the preparation of fermentation medium. On the basis of chemical nature, they are classified as saccharide materials. In that, saccharide materials involves molasses, hydrol, whey, technical glucose and fruit juice. Hydrol is a waste product in the manufacturing of glucose. It is a syrup, homogeneous, dark brown liquid that is produced upon secondary crystallization of glucose. Starchy materials. Starchy materials involves potato starch, corn starch, wheat flour, cereals, and the example is oats. Next, cellulosic materials. Sulfite waste liquor and others is the example of cellulosic materials. Fermentation medium. The raw material used for the preparation of fermentation medium depends upon the agricultural produce of country. Example, cane molasses is used in India. Generally, molasses is used as a main raw material in the preparation of fermentation media. However, starchy material and cellulosic material is also used in the preparation of fermentation media, but these material require treatment before their use. Starchy material is subjected to saccharification where gets hydrolyzed, thus forming fermentable sugar, maltose and glucose. The optimum sugar concentration between 10 to 18%. Also, suitable amount of nitrogenous source such as the ammonium sulfate is also added in the preparation of fermentation medium. When beet molasses is also used in the preparation of fermentation medium, then blackstrap molasses is also added to meet the biotin deficiency. The pH of the medium is adjusted to 4.8 to 5.0, that is acidic. The pH can be adjusted by use of H2SO4 and lactic acid. And alternatively, it can be adjusted by growing lactic acid bacteria. Next, fermentation condition, and in that carbon source. As we all know, sugar concentration in the range of 10 to 18% is found satisfactory. Sugar concentration is 12% used. Example, cane molasses contains sucrose as a carbon source. The sucrose content of this raw material is about 48 to 55%. Wort is prepared in such a way to contain 10% sugar. High concentration of sugar is effect on yeast and low concentration of sugar, it makes the process uneconomical. Nitrogen source. Many organic as well as inorganic nitrogenous compound may be used in the fermentation. Ammonium sulfate is used as a nitrogen source in the preparation of fermentation medium for growing of cell. The level of nitrogen source is very limited in the preparation of fermentation medium. Excess nitrogen is objectionable because it promotes the growth of yeast and inhibit the fermentation. Next, growth factor. It is not necessary to add the growth factor separately in the preparation of fermentation medium. It is the raw material, example cane molasses is used and it is satisfactory to the requirement of culture. Next, pH. pH of the fermentation medium is adjusted to 4.8 to 5.0 and that is acidic. So this pH is adjusted by to addition of H2SO4 and lactic acid. So higher values of pH, it is the chances of contamination, and lower values of pH, it inhibit the yield of ethyl alcohol. Next, temperature. Usually the temperature range is 70 to 80 degree Fahrenheit as there is heat evaluation during fermentation. The temperature in the fermentation tank rises gradually and is controlled by means of cooling coil. Temperature can be controlled by cold water spray around the fermentation tank. Higher temperature favor the growth of bacteria and it also causes the loss of alcohol due to evaporation. Next, time. Fermentation starts within a few hours after the addition of yeast. The process becomes very rapid after the 24 hours to the complete of fermentation. Duration of ethyl alcohol fermentation is usually 32 to 72 hours. At this stage, it contains 6 to 8% of ethyl alcohol. Next, yield. On an average, 0.4 gallons of ethyl alcohol is obtained from 1 gallon of molasses. And the satisfactory yield is about 90% carbohydrate is converted into the alcohol.